Alright, so in today's video, we're going to be talking and unboxing our new history curriculum for next year. Now, I've been talking about this history curriculum for a little while now, and it is Biblioplan. Now, Biblioplan is a history curriculum that is a book plan. So it comes, biblio from the Latin word or root word book, and plan, so it's a book plan, and it takes on a classical and Charlotte Mason type approach to teaching history. And so one of the questions that I get asked a lot is whether or not the history curriculum that I use, is it real, is it true, is it whitewashed, is it sorry, my phone. Okay, sorry. Is it real? Is it true? Is it whitewashed? Is it accurate to what actually happened in history? And what I find is that to get the best, most accurate history is through books, is through reading books and reading a variety of different points of views and different resources. And so one of the most difficult things when it comes to pulling in different resources is finding all those resources and doing all the research that it entails. And one of the things that I love most about Biblioplan is their family guide. So that's the first thing I'm gonna try to look for and pull out of this box. So next year, Biblioplan is divided into 4 years. I think it's ancient, medieval, early modern, and then modern. And so we are doing modern next year. Give me a second. I have all the plastic wrap and everything still on it. Like I literally just opened the box. So this is the family guide for modern, and I am so excited about this family guide. The family guide is kind of the heart of the history curriculum. That is where it is the how to use Biblioplan. Like all of it is within the family guide. Biblioplan is kind of like it has a variety of different things, and you pick and choose and make history into your own, and you do what works for your family. And so one of the best things about the family plan is the lesson plan. And now the lesson plan is not necessarily like you have to do all of this, is you pick and choose. So over here you have the different spines that you can choose from, and they don't recommend doing any more than 2 spines. Now I chose to do their spine. They have a spine which is the next thing that I have in my box, which is the Remember the Days. That's their spine, and I love their spine. I love how readable it is and engaging. It's colorful. It comes in the textbooks. It's colorful, and they've got these like little boxes which I use to like look at this. A racist is someone who believes that his own race is better than others. So they're not scared to talk about the hard things, and so I absolutely love their spine. So I'm really excited about this. But all that to say that they offer other spines as well, and they've done the work and lined it up with what sorry, fireworks are already going off and it's not even the 4th of July yet, but they've done the work and assigned the pages and told you exactly where to go, whether you are using Usborne history, or you're using story of the world, or you're using story of civilization, or you're using mystery of history, or you're using Kingfisher's encyclopedia. Whichever spine you're doing, they've already split it up into the 3 days that it would take to complete that section of history. And so that to me is like amazing. Like I said, they don't recommend doing more than 2 spines at a time. I only do 1. I only do their book, but last year we did do Story of the World and Remember the Days at the same time. as well, because we love Story of the World. But the other thing that they have on their like lesson plan section is a literature reading, because some people, they don't want to do any spine, you know what I mean? They want to have that variety that I was telling you about, where it's a variety of voices. And so they want to do more of a Charlotte Mason approach, which is just books and literature, and they give you the books and the literature that goes through that specific time period, which is amazing. And that is also in the lesson plan. And it's split up between grades. So you have K through 2, K through second grade. You have grades 3 through 5. You have grades 5 through 8. You have grades 8 through 12. So, and then they have the books listed there for you. So that takes out so much work that you already have to do. And within the books, now how do you decide? Because it's a list of books, how do you decide which one? They have a book, they have an annotated book list back here, which then breaks up each book that they recommended in the lesson plan and gives you a description on it. And they have the ones that's a favorite. They let you know if it's available on audiobook, and they let you know if there's a literature guide available with it and different things like that. So it's just, you need the family guide. Like, that is the heart of the entire program. Now, the other thing that it has is so that's the literature reading. Then they also have missionary readings if you want to do that, using a hero series, trailblazer series, different things like that. They have writing ideas if you want to further engage them more in like rhetoric and different things like that, rhetoric essays and different things like that. But they have different writing ideas, rhetoric, not rhetoric, rhetoric essays and different things like that. Then they've got these hands-on activities. Now, I am so excited about the hands-on activities this year because I want to bring history more alive and more engaging. They've got a ton of hands-on activities. A couple of them I got in PDF version, which is, I got the 50 states PDF, which goes over, you research each state, there's stuff to write about for each state, there's something to illustrate, and then we present what they learned from that state. So we have that. We have the 50 states in a PDF version, so I can print it out for multiple kids. We have the Africa hands-on notebooking, which is going to go over the different African countries. We have the Giants of Faith in a PDF version as well. And now the Giants of Faith go over important figures from the Bible and church history. And we're going to be copying quotes from them or Bible verses about them. We are going to be doing research about their life, and we're going to they're going to write in their own words what they learned about that specific giant or hero of faith. And they're also going to illustrate a picture about what they learned about that person's life and then present. So those are like the notebooking things that we're going to do, but the things that I actually got, just to bring it more alive, we have the coloring book. Now, this coloring book I am obsessed with. Now, the pictures in the coloring books are very detailed, which works well for my older students, like my 7th grader and my 4th grader. And so the more detailed pictures works for them. And then also a lot of these pictures are like famous pictures that you'll see, or pictures that you'll see within the textbook, because a lot of times they like to look at the picture within the textbook for reference while they're coloring. So the coloring pages, and there's like 2 to 3 coloring pages per chapter, which is really, really good. The other thing that we got was hands-on maps for middles, which really brings the history to life by showing the location of different things. It reinforces what was taught in the history lesson, and like gives them a point of reference within their mind of what they were learning about sorry, of what they were learning about and where it was happening at. So I'm super excited about the maps, and my kiddos really enjoy the maps. The other hands-on thing that we got was the timeline. Now, the timeline is like an obsession of mine. Like, I love the fact that everything is in the back and they cut and paste it onto the timeline, which is in the front. This year, we're gonna be trying something new where I'm going to be laminating the timelines and posting it on our wall downstairs so that they can go through and like Velcro on the different figures. But in the past, I've just copied and pasted it straight into this book, into the timeline. I love that it was all together and and I didn't have to like go find a bunch of different pieces. So, but the timeline really brings it to life as well in their minds as to when things are happening within history as we're talking about it. And then the other thing is the hands-on craft book. It's crafts. I don't want to limit it to just crafts because it's not just crafts. So I wrote it down. It's crafts, it's activities, it's games, it's recipes, it's puzzles, it's history cards. There are board games there that you can do that correlate with the history. And then within the crafts itself, there are templates. There are templates. So it's not like I have to like come up with the craft from my mind, and there are templates that I can just copy and then we can just quickly do it. So I love the hands-on activity book because it really truly is how we bring it to life. It's all these fun little things that we use. I don't know if you see it, but there's a mask here, and there is like buildings. It looks like they built something there. And I love the aspect that it really takes these arbitrary things that we're learning that happened in the past, or these stories, and now we can bring it to life with these activities, and it helps it to really stick within the kiddos' mind and really absorb what is going on. So yes, I recommend this. And the last thing that you'll see in here is the cool history for littles and the cool history for middles. And these are questions that correlate and go along with what they read and what they're learning. And I'm not really good at coming up with questions to really assess how my kiddos are retaining the different things that they're learning. And so this just really helps me to ask the right questions in a lot of ways. So within the family guide, there are also different things like movies and different audiobooks and different cards, like the Veritas cards if you use that, and just different music and different things like that. Free online resources. They're constantly like finding different resources that correlate with that point in history, and it's here for you so you don't have to go do the work. And especially with the movies, they've gone through and put in the rating. They've gone through and put in the rating of the movie, what the movie's about, what age group do they, recommend that should be watching that movie, and different things like that. And so that is helpful as well. And so it's very, in my sense, like if you don't mind just picking, like just, okay, I picked that, and I picked that, it's really open and go. You know what I mean? Like I picked that, and I'm done. So I love this history curriculum because it allows for us to get a more diverse view of what happened throughout history, and allows opportunities for us to do the most, or to just read from Remember the Days, and that's it. You don't need all this to do Biblioplan to get the fullness of it. Literally all you need is the family guide and you're good. All you need is the family guide, and from there you can pick and choose what you want to do with your family, what's too much, what's too little, all the things. But my top 3 would be the family guide, would be Remember the Days, and the crafts and activities, because that brings it alive and it makes it fun. So if you had to pick 3, I'd pick those, but I kind of am super excited about all the other stuff that I got. Just really excited about modern times can be such a difficult time in history. So I'm really excited about bringing it to life and making it fun while we learn about these hard truths and different things like that. And I love the fact that we're not neglecting African history during that time, because we are doing the hands-on Africa and we are actually learning about Africa and these different countries at the same time. So anyways, all that to say, check out Biblioplan. I will have I'll have it linked in my description. Don't forget to subscribe, because I've got a video coming out with all my favorite Christian curriculum and you don't want to miss it. And let me know what you guys are doing for history next year. And if you have any other questions about Biblioplan, let me know in the comments. And until next time, bye.